Okay, gonna shoot a quick video just documenting the damage to this roof. This address is 1529 Water Elm Court. The homeowner's name is Sanu, the first name. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but we're just documenting the damage to this roof. So we've got damage on this roof on 3 slopes, and I'll just walk you through the damage that we found. The first thing I'll point out is you can see the shingle starting to become brittle. You can see like granular loss on the shingles. See the hip ridge, you can just see the shingle starting to become brittle. So with the brittleness of the roof and the amount of damage found, this roof cannot be repaired. So we're here on the right slope of the house. And on the right slope, we found about 16 indications of wind damage. So if you look at these shingles, you'll see heavy creasing going across the top of the shingle. There's no double creasing. If you look underneath, there's no mat transfer under the shingles. So that's how we know it's legitimate wind damage. You can see how deep that crease is going across. More here. Same thing there. Here. More here. There. See more creasing there. Same thing here. More there. Same thing down here. And all these are lifting. More here. So if you look, another blown off tap right there. So if you look at the right side of the roof, if you're facing the roof, it's about 16 crease shingles. So this right slope is totally like beyond repair because of the amount of wind damage. And then you can see the brittleness. And the reason I point out the brittleness because to do a repair, I would have to lift the surrounding shingles to do this repair. And when I lift it, because they're already starting to become brittle, this will crease. So there's no way I could do a repair on this roof because it'll crease the surrounding shingles. And then if you look at the amount of wind damage, that slope is not repairable. So this is the right slope. And now we're on the back. Same thing on the back. I think we got 1, 2, 3. We've got about 13 wind damage shingles on the back, 13, 14. Same thing. You can see that heavy creasing there. No double creasing. Crease there. Another one there. More crease shingles here. Same thing. More down here. So you got a ton of wind damage on the back slope as well. So on the right and the back slope, that's probably, on these 2 slopes, it's probably about 50% damage to these slopes when you look at the amount and then how it's all widespread. So this back slope cannot be repaired because it's too much damage on this slope. I didn't really find any wind damage on the left slope, and it's probably because that's the north and wind usually doesn't come from that direction unless it's a hurricane. So there's no damage here or on this part of the front. We did find some damage on one part of the front slope right here. Found about 5 crease or wind damage shingles. And it's probably because this side is more aligned with that end. But right there on the front is blocked, so wind can't get to that. So it looked like it might have swooped in from that direction and damaged just this small part of the front, the right, and then the back of the roof. But you can see the same thing here, crease shingles. See that going across there. Same thing here. So it's a shingle blown off from somewhere. It looked like it's glued down, like somebody might have tried to repair. I don't know if it's a blister or something right there. So I walked through this roof again. So this is the front. Then we're on the right slope. Ton of wind damage here. Over 50% damage. Look at the brittleness to where these fiberglass is exposed. So this is the right slope. Cannot be repaired. Has to be fully replaced. The back slope, ton of damage. Cannot be repaired, has to be fully replaced. So with two slopes of this roof, like totally covered with wind damage and beat up by wind, this roof has to be fully replaced to turn this roof back into pre-storm conditions. This roof cannot be repaired because of the amount of wind damage. So I'll send this video over to you guys. The 1629 Water Elm Court, and the homeowner's first name is Sanu.